Hello everybody, I'm back with another boxing prediction video, of course. So, this upcoming weekend, last weekend there was really nothing to watch except for Clarissa Shields' fight. But this next weekend we got some really good matchups, yeah. Alright, first I want to start with the flyweight world title or IBF world title match between Sonny Edwards and Andres Campos. Yeah, so Sonny Edwards is the champion, the defending champion of the IBF, of course. He has been that since 2021 when he beat Moruti Mitalan. So since then he's made three defenses. He's been pretty impressive. Yeah, uh, and he's 19 and 0 at the time with four knockouts. Of course, not a puncher, but a really good mover and boxer. Yeah, pretty aggressive still, for a non-puncher fighter. And this guy Campos comes from Chile, actually Chile. Yes, he's also not a puncher. He's got 15 wins, no losses, draws four knockouts as well. Yeah, so actually in his last fight he scored a knockout. That was a rare one against somebody who doesn't look like a really strong fighter on paper. So they are about equal in height, half-inch height advantage for Campos, and but the significance is the reach advantage, 4.5-inch advantage for Campos as well. But still, I trust this should not play such a big problem for Sonny, who is, as I said, such a good mover and a slick boxer, and yeah, all that. Pretty fast guy, also. Yeah, of course, since neither is a puncher, we can only expect a decision, and I think, of course, Sonny Edwards is the clear favorite to win here, and this is at Wembley, and he is actually from he lives in Croydon, so that's not that far away. He's fighting at home, yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I think Sonny Edwards would probably, sorry, be dominant again and win this fight on points. All right, then we have a really interesting super middleweight matchup with Jaime Munguia fighting his first fight at 168 against Sergiy Derevyanchenko. Yeah, so Munguia didn't unfortunately didn't get to have much of a career at 160. Whoever is to blame for that. But hopefully 168, if he gets past Derevyanchenko, which I think he should, of course, he will probably, he's been calling out Benavides, so we'll see. But anyway, he's 41 and 0 with 33 knockouts, yeah, 26 years of age. He's 6 foot tall, 6 feet. Derevyanchenko is, however, quite shorter, 5 foot 9, and only that has a 67-inch reach. Wow. And he's also 37, and he's not really a super middleweight per se. He's been fighting at middleweight, also before. May have a yeah. I see he has a few fights above middleweight, but they weren't really like super middleweight fights, just above. Well, you can call them that, I guess, but he's a strong guy. He's a tough guy. Hasn't been stopped yet. I don't know about now. If Munguia can stop him, yeah, why not? If anybody can, then he is probably he and Benavides are the best candidates anyway to do it. But the question is, how good will Munguia look on his first outing in 168? That's another thing. Yeah. Well, we never can know, can we? So, but if he is still, I see he had his last fight not that long ago, like 7 months almost. Uh, if he continues to be as impressive as he has been mostly until now, then of course I can see a later stoppage happening if he lands enough shots, of course. Derevyanchenko, but I think Derevyanchenko will probably give him a really pretty hard fight. I mean, does have 4 losses, but they all came against top opponents and in really kind of hard and rather close fights for the most part. Against Golovkin, many thought that he should have won that fight, and against Danny Jacobs, it was a split decision. He came on strong in the second half of the fight after being down and losing the first 6 rounds or so. So he's a guy who definitely you never know. With him, he's a dark horse. But I think he'll this fight will be hard to win for him, definitely. Both because of his age and him not really being a super middleweight, really. I mean, not that's not never been his best weight, anyway. Simply, and he's not a big super middleweight either, of course. He's a strong guy, but he's not like a big, tall, a la Benavides, or Munguia, even. So this fight, I can see it going to the scorecards. Yeah, definitely. Um, but I don't know really. If Munguia manages to stop Derevyanchenko, then that will be a big, big testament. Really, rather huge one because this guy, he has never stopped or really been close to it or whatever. He's fought some hard punchers as well, some of the best boxers at 160. So, but father time catches up with everybody, as they say. So maybe if that happens to be the case, then I can see a stoppage coming like in the 10th round or something. But I think most likely Munguia will win on points. Yes, and then finally the big one, Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. Yes, well, this is a pretty much a really important fight for both guys. I mean, Josh Taylor having, been gifted a decision against Jack Catterall in his last fight, and Teofimo Lopez not really looking so good against Sandor Martin before that losing to Cambosos. Yeah, so he must, he it's not like he must win here, but this is, by the way, at Madison Square Garden. This is one of the few fights. I believe Taylor has only fought in USA once before, and that was, or really in a big fight. I mean, that was against Ramirez. So this fight is at Madison Square Garden. Uh, Actually, only the WBO title is at stake. Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah. So Taylor got stripped of 3 titles. So man, yeah, that sucks, but that's what you get. He hasn't also fought for wow since February last year, so that will be like 15 months when he goes into the ring, over 15 months in activity. That's also a pretty big factor. Lopez, however, has fought. He fought in December, so yeah. But I thought that's a fight against Martin. I thought probably Martin deserved actually to win that fight, maybe, but it was very close anyway. So it was split decision win for Teofimo. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Taylor's inactivity is not a good doesn't promise well for him, and also coupled with the fact that Teofimo is the younger and hungrier guy, after all, yeah, that it's he's only 25, and now he actually needs to win this fight to progress to get more big fights to secure his future, his career. And George Taylor has pretty much done it all, at 140. He's 32 years of age now. One might say I can see him actually retiring in near future. I really don't not sure what he's still doing at 140, to put it that way. He's a big junior welterweight, 5'10". And it's not like he doesn't have the power to also be, or the skills to be successful, at least somewhat to a degree at 147. Maybe not take over, the crown or anything, but but yeah, he still has the skills, and he's known as pretty. He's got a lot of heart. He usually bounces back well after, like against Baranchik, for instance. He was being, overwhelmed in the first 4 to 5 rounds, and then he dropped Baranchik in the sixth and just pretty much took over the whole fight after that. So also against Ramirez, he was he had some tough moments, but he came back, dropped Ramirez twice, and won that fight. But that was a while ago. You know, his only fight of last year didn't really make him look good. Didn't it doesn't promise that well, to be honest. But I hope he can come back at least. And if he does lose now, it'll be at least his first official loss, so there's no great damage. And that will just mean that he needs to move up to 147. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know really. He will have to really dig deep to win here because, he fighting away against the guy who actually is from New York. You know, he will have to do pretty much what he did against Ramirez, score a couple knockdowns, maybe really dominate the fight. But can he do that? I don't know. I think it will be a really close, hard fight for both guys. And if it turns out to be very close, you know who is most likely to get the nod, the home guy, Teofimo Lopez. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna say. I mean, I know that Teofimo has the tools to win here, especially if Taylor turns out to be, past his prime and kind of shop worn. I mean, yeah, which is which might well be the case. Then, of course, I can see Lopez dominating this fight, but I don't think he really stops Taylor. Probably not. I don't think so. He's not that good. But yeah, I think probably this will be like a split decision, or yeah, something like that for Teofimo Lopez, probably. But who knows? Maybe Taylor will produce another great performance because he knows he needs it. And as I said, he's got a lot of heart, and when he's at his best, he's pretty hard to beat. As Regis Prograde and Jose Ramirez know. But I fear that his best may have gone now, sadly. But we'll see. This fight, as I said, will expose everything, both how good really Teofimo Lopez is and how, you know, still how much Taylor has left in the tank. So yeah, that will be it for now. Thank you for watching, and yeah, see you. Bye.